Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry. Here I am. I'm doing this is a very small job. I'm just doing this bedroom and this area rug. And I'm in an area of Kelowna called Peachland, which is a bit south of Kelowna, actually. And there's the lake. And if you see the way over there, there's the road goes along the side of the lake. All the way down to Penticton, which is where I originally moved. When I moved to the Okanagan, that's where I originally lived. Peachland is about 30 minutes or 45 minutes from Penticton and Peachland, and then we get to do what's called the West Kelowna or West Bank, and then you go over the bridge, and then you're in downtown Kelowna. But yeah, this is a beautiful area, obviously, and yeah, really nice. Just a wonderful place to live. I'm really beginning to appreciate it even more and more as I get older. Yeah. And we used to, when we started 30 years ago, and then about 3 or 4 years after we started in Penticton, we moved up to Kelowna, and then I'd be traveling down to Penticton a lot, down the highway here, and I always really enjoyed that drive. But anyway, the highway is down there. You can see the cars down there. Actually, no, is that the highway? Yes, it has to be, of course. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, and what the heck is that thing? I think that's that's for a wheelchair to get in, and you can ride that tricycle thing, whatever. Yeah, interesting. Anyway, let's go clean the carpet. I'm just doing the one room down here and this area rug. So, anyway, here we go. Ooh, let's get that clean. And I am cleaning this with an Astro turf pad. Look at that thing clean. Hello. That's what we're talking about. This is just a nice little wool rug. Apparently it's pretty old. But look at that thing, brighten up. My goodness. Okay, we'll get rid of that. Let's park it in the bathroom here, I guess. Obviously, this job won't take very long. It's just this one bedroom. I've been here about 4 or 5 times over the years. This is an olefin. I think this is around, well, at least 10 years old. Somebody asked me when do I use the high speed and when do I use the low speed on this machine. Generally the low speed I'll use either with the when I'm using a Oxy fiber pad. I usually run it at low speed, although not always. I'm more likely to use a low speed if I'm in a sort of a crampy area, because at 300 RPM you're a little more twitchy. So it's not a bad idea to slow it down a little bit. But high speed is going to give obviously many more cleaning passes per second than per minute. But yeah, typically if I'm going into a more of a crampy area, which I've got over on the other side of the room here, we'll see, I'll usually go to the low speed because the machine is, it's not that it's easier to handle exactly, but if there was a problem, you're going to have a, a more dramatic reaction at a higher speed. Not that that really actually occurs, but theoretically it can. Oh. Anyway, this, you can see this is just brightening up. Wonderful. I wasn't sure if the AstroTurf was going to be the right choice, but I realized it probably would be fine. Partly because I know that I've already cleaned this carpet like 4 or 5 times, so there's the protector still on the carpet, and it doesn't have, you know, this soil is not locked onto the carpet fiber, and so the AstroTurf would work just fine here. And it's basically it's like a commercial carpet anyway, and I know that the AstroTurf is a great choice in those scenarios for like a commercial grade carpet. So as you, if you're watching my videos all the time, you'll notice that I am using the green stripe pad a lot more than I used to. I definitely don't think they're the right choice all the time. In fact, I used one on a job the other day, and I think now I would have been better to use the hog's hair. I'll address that in another video. This is actually not Suspend. This is an upholstery pre-spray by Esteem, and I've already done the Suspend on the carpet. But I find, and I used to have Omega Citrus in a trigger sprayer in here, but I've changed over to this particular product, and I've been using it more for upholstery cleaning as well. It seems to be a really good pre-spray, but anyway, sometimes when I'm cleaning and I see a spot that doesn't necessarily come out immediately, either I've used the Suspend, or I'll have another spotter like the Omega Citrus, and in this case the upholstery pre-spray, and I'll hit the spot, and sometimes that's all it takes to just address that spot, like that little area there. I went over it and didn't come out immediately, hit it with that upholstery pre-spray, went over it, and well, now it's gone. So it's cleaning wonderful. Now this is where, so I'm going to slow it down because I'm going through a really narrow spot here, and actually I'm going to have to move that bed. What do you know? There's a little lump of dust there. Okay, I gotta move the bed slightly. Yeah, just a little bit. Won't quite fit. Okay, now we can put this back. So there was quite a dark patch right there, and at the door, it's all gone, So the hugs, the Astro turf pad has worked just fine in this case. We'll work our way back over to the entrance. Now these folks are moving out of here, actually, moving into town. This is, it's about it's actually almost 30 minutes away from, about 30 minutes away from where I live. This peachland here. So we got to basically, for me, I got to drive all the way across town, across the bridge, through West Bank or West Kelowna to get here. But you know, I really like, one of the things I like about living in the Okanagan is when you're going to a lot of the places that you go to, especially if you're going, like if you're going to Vernon or going to Penticton, you're out of the city in like just a couple minutes, and then it's just, well, you know, it's the wilderness immediately. I don't like that. It's not really, it's not like living in a great big city really at all. And that's one of the things I really appreciate about living in the Okanagan. And for me, most of my jobs are within 15 or 20 minutes of each other anyway, because I'm almost entirely now just servicing in Kelowna, and that's it. I don't go to Penticton anymore, I don't go to Vernon anymore, except occasionally for a commercial job for Vernon, but that's it. And it's just nice to, it's just nice. I think I'm going to go over this, right in that doorway. I don't see anything there, but I got plenty of time here. It looks perfectly fine, but another pass certainly won't hurt. Looks like all the stains have come out and the traffic lane has disappeared, and the carpet does have some wear right at beside the bed there, in that doorway there, and the other doorway of course. So there's some wear showing. So the pile is compressed, and you can see a texture difference between what's under the bed compared to right beside the bed, where I guess somebody sits here and then their feet rub there and when they're getting in and out of the bed. Okay, let's have a look at the at this pad, see what's going on there. So not a lot of visible soiling on the pad, and that doesn't mean it doesn't clean. It just means that the type of soiling, sometimes it shows up very obviously, other times it doesn't. But the real key, the proof of how you cleaned, is what the carpet looks like. So it's done really well. That has really brightened up nicely too. Really, the colors came right back on it. So, okay, thank you for watching, and have a good day.